Hello there everyone, welcome back to BrokeNbricks. My name is Owen, and recently I have been very fixated on LEGO Monster Fighters, and this has been sparked by the reveal of the Manor set, which is also kicking off the Midnight Valley collection, meaning that spooky LEGO sets are making a bit of a comeback. Then on top of that, the Universal Monsters set did just get approved on LEGO Ideas a few days ago. So between those two sets, I have sort of been revisiting LEGO Monster Fighters, and you can see me here in the background rebuilding my Creator 3-in-1 Haunted Mansion. So in this video, I'm just going to kind of talk about my thoughts on Monster Fighters, and also how it's been sort of creeping back into the modern LEGO scene. And then later in the video, I will share my thoughts on those two upcoming spooky LEGO sets. 2012 was a great time for LEGO. That was the year that Lord of the Rings started, and Pharaoh's Quest and Pirates of the Caribbean would have still been on shelves too, and those were kind of my core childhood LEGO themes. Personally, I was only ever able to get the smaller sets because my parents were a lot smarter with money than I am now, and I was also into Star Wars, but kind of very passively. I do remember that year getting the Desert Skiff and also the Endor Battle Pack. Those two were really cool. But I wasn't properly into Star Wars at that age. I was more interested in the other themes like the ones I mentioned. And then of course I also got hooked on Monster Fighters, which was an original theme that LEGO came up with in 2012, and it got 9 sets in total, and each one was kind of centered around a different monster and would come with one of the Moonstones, which were the collectibles of that theme. So there were 7 in total, but for some reason you only ever needed 6 to complete the device on the Vampire Castle. Sadly, I only ever got 2 sets, which were the Swamp Creature and then the Crazy Scientist and his monster. But I did love all of the sets that they put out, and I specifically remember begging my dad for the Haunted House when that got revealed. But of course I didn't get it because he was smart enough to not drop £200 on a LEGO set, which is a trait that I've not inherited. But going back to the Crazy Scientist set, I have actually ordered a new one on eBay, so as I'm recording this video, that is on its way. And I did originally get that for my 8th birthday, and it was probably my favourite Monster Fighters set after the Haunted House. I just really like the design of the spooky lab with all of the lightning details, and then it also has the laser with the light brick built into it too. So I'll be really happy to have that back in my collection soon, and I might make a video on that if anyone's interested. Overall, LEGO did a fantastic job with that Monster Fighters wave. All of the minifigures and the sets were just really well done, and it just makes it a real shame that it's never had a proper revival. But there have been a few ways of the theme getting a little bit of a reboot, especially in the last 2 years, which is what I'm going to talk about next. Just before we get to what's been happening more recently, I did want to give an honourable mention to the collectible minifigures Series 14 that came out in 2015. This was entirely monster and Halloween themed, and honestly, even before getting back into Monster Fighters again, I still consider this one of, if not my favourite of the regular numbered CMF series. And somehow I never even got any until this year. It was a few months ago I picked up the Mad Scientist from one of the sellers at Bricktastic. LEGO has made a few Mad Scientists, but this is definitely the best one because he's got the special moulded piece for the really tall head. Series 14 is an amazing minifigure series, and a lot of them would go very nicely with Monster Fighters, so I'm definitely going to be trying to be more active in collecting these in the future. Jumping ahead to 2025, we got this lovely Creator 3-in-1 Haunted Mansion set that you can see me building here. And this is obviously a reimagining of the original Monster Fighters set. You could tell it's got the same sand green and black colour scheme. This one is much smaller, but just the fact that they made this is still really cool to me. I will probably never own the original just because on the aftermarket the prices for it are quite high. So this is definitely a nice consolation prize for that. Moving forward to 2026, this year we had the CMF Series 29, and that included the Monster Hunter, which it seems pretty clear is a modern take on the Monster Fighters. This minifigure will definitely fit in with the original team of characters from 2012, and she does also come with a wanted poster for the vampire minifigure that is included in the Creator 3-in-1 Haunted Mansion. So it is really cool that they linked those two together for sort of a modern take on Monster Fighters. And I do still need to get the Monster Hunter minifigure, but I did get the Trash Monster, which I think is an amazing minifigure and probably my favourite from Series 29, and he could definitely work as a Monster Fighters character. He maybe just needs a trash moonstone. And one final minifigure to mention is the Steampunk Inventor from CMF Series 27, which I never realised until making this video, but he does fit in quite well with the other Monster Fighters characters. So it is really nice that LEGO is giving us these minifigures, even though Monster Fighters isn't a theme anymore. And that is going to bring us to the recent set reveals. So very soon we are getting the Manor, which I was going to make a separate video for, but then I thought it'd be better to combine that with this video. And I'm feeling very positive about this one, especially the exterior. My favourite part is how the tree is growing into the house and distorting the shape. There's lots of good details with the stained glass windows on the ground floor, and then I really like the details up here with this printed shield piece and then the gargoyle statue above it. The interior is really nice too, there's a lot of good details, and I like how they've made the inside walls dark tan instead of having them the same as the dark grey on the outside. I just wish that there was more going on, especially with the upstairs, because there's just a lot less floor space than downstairs. But for what it is, this is a very nice build, and I really like all of the minifigures too with the glow-in-the-dark heads. That definitely reminds me of Monster Fighters immediately. And as I mentioned, this is the first of the Midnight Valley collection, so presumably we're going to be getting a set like this every year, which is really good, so I can't wait to see what they do next. And this set is coming out on the 1st of September, which is my birthday, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a day one purchase for me. And the final thing I'm going to talk about today is the Universal Monsters set by Spectral Bricks, which got approved on LEGO Ideas very recently. And the only one of the movies I've seen is Creature from the Black Lagoon, which was the inspiration for the Monster Fighter Swamp Creature. That movie isn't represented here, so I'll definitely have to get around to watching the other movies to appreciate the set properly. But I do really like the design of this castle. The designer's done an amazing job, and I especially like the lab section with the lightning device on the roof. I'm guessing that was part of the inspiration for the Crazy Scientist set that I love so much. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited to get this one. I think Ideas sets are maybe around a year and a half to get produced, so we could see this one being released by the end of next year. And that is about all I have to say for this video about LEGO Monster Fighters and the modern resurgence of spooky LEGO sets. It is really cool to see LEGO acknowledging this classic theme and bringing elements of it into more recent sets and minifigures. And of course it's really exciting to have the announcement of the Midnight Valley series, so hopefully LEGO will continue to produce more sets that can fit right in with Monster Fighters. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel so that you won't miss out on any Monster Fighters set reviews or mocks that I may be working on. Thank you everyone very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.
Good, Anakin, good. Subscribe. Subscribe now. I should. Do it.